The classic model proposed that spoken communication was processed by the primary auditory cortex and sent to Wernicke's area to comprehend the words spoken. Information was then passed along the white matter pathway between Wernicke's area and Broca's area, known as the arcuate fasciculus, which communicated the comprehension of speech to Broca's area. Motor information to repeat the word was formed and sent to the motor cortex to perform the movement of speech. Written or visual communication was processed by the primary visual cortex. Then information was sent to the angular gyrus, where the written language was interpreted and sent to Wernicke's area to be comprehended and then follow the same path as spoken communication. This model forms the basics of language production. However, due to advances in brain function testing, this model is now considered too simple and outdated. The discovery and use of MRI, PET, and other neuroimaging has enabled the investigation of neural structures underlying language, which have been found to be much more complex than just Broca's and Wernicke's area. Current theories suggest language is organised in widespread, segregated, overlapping networks. The dual stream model is a recent model that states language has two concurrent, parallel anatomical processing streams. A ventral stream for mapping sound onto meaning and a dorsal stream for mapping sound onto motor productions and articulation. A recent study by Fredrickson et al. In 2018 investigated the dual stream model in aphasia patients using MRI and compared language deficits to lesion anatomy in relation to the ventral and dorsal streams. Their work correlated with the dual stream model in the lesions primarily in the dorsal stream had effects on speech production and articulation, whereas lesions primarily in the ventral stream had effects on comprehension of speech. However, they stated it was important to note that the effective interaction of both streams throughout the cortical regions is essential for communication, and damage to different cortical regions can lead to language disorders, such as Wernicke's or Broca's aphasia. In my opinion, future research on aphasia should focus largely on treatment options for improvement in condition, due to the detrimental effects on a sufferer's well-being and quality of life. Investigation of treatment options in both the acute and subacute phase of injury should be researched, including the wider implementation of new technologies such as transcranial magnetic stimulation at the same time as behavioural language therapy to enhance outcomes for aphasia patients. Due to the ever-increasing ageing population, it is of utmost importance that future research on aphasia and effective treatment strategies are investigated to ensure quality of life for our elderly sufferers.